Welcome back to the Kimberz Kreations YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use builder gel to extend out the length of your nail. I recently broke a nail here on my middle finger, and you can see that my length and my side walls are not even all the way around. So my goal is to use builder gel and paper forms to extend out the nail to make the length and the width match the rest of my nails. Kimberz Kreations sells paper forms that have these guides right here to help you extend your nails to the length that you want. Some of the tools that you're going to need to do this is gel base coat, builder gel in a bottle, you can use a jar if that's what you have on hand, paper forms, and this is optional, but I highly recommend a protein bond to help adhere the builder gel to the nail. You'll also need a 100 or 180 grit nail file to file and shape the nail. If you haven't done so already, you should do your nail prep before applying any other type of nail product. I'm doing a dry prep here, but you can use cuticle softener or cuticle remover, whatever your normal prep procedure is. Definitely follow that before going in to apply any type of product to your nails. I'm using a cuticle pumice stone pusher to gently remove any invisible cuticle that may be on my nail plate. Now that my prep is done, I'm going to use rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe, which for me is a paper towel, to remove any dust and residue that may be on my nail plate. When that dries, I'm going to apply 2 layers of protein bond to my nails. This is not a Kimberz Kreations product, so whatever bond that you have that is great to use with gel products, I highly recommend using one prior to applying on your gel base. If you are someone who is prone to lifting, that's another reason why I would highly recommend using a product such as a protein bond, because it will help ensure that your gel products do not lift. After my second layer, I let the protein bond air dry, so I give it about a minute or two. It will dry tacky, but it won't be as shiny as it is here. When that is dry, I'm going to apply a thin layer of gel base to my entire nail and cure in my nail lamp for 60 seconds. Now it is time to fit the forms to our nails. All you have to do is peel the form off of its backing. The form is going to have a sticky back to it, and just take the center out so you can put your finger there and tear the perforated edge in the center. That way you can place your nail straight through the center. So I'm just going to eye it and see if I need to do any trimming of the form, which, because my free edge is very off, I am going to trim the form where the first guided line is. That's going to help me ensure that the form fits perfectly under my free edge. Trimming a form is not always necessary. Most of the time, if you have a nice long free edge, you do not have to trim your form. However, if you notice that you have a misshapen free edge, or if your nail is extremely short, you may have to trim the form to follow the curve of your free edge in your nails. So I place the form under my free edge, and I'm going to make sure that it's completely straight before pressing the wings together and sticking them together. So you always want to make sure before you close these flaps that your free edge, the form to your nail plate, is completely straight. So this part has to be coming completely out. You don't want it bowing down or sticking upwards. You want it coming straight out seamlessly from your free edge, ensuring that there is not a gap underneath. So this looks pretty well fitted. I'm happy. You can see that it completely goes underneath the entire free edge with no issues. This part right here does not have to stick together. As long as the bottom wings are placed together, then you will be fine. Now I'm going to start placing builder gel around the free edge. I'm not going to focus on the nail plate yet because I want to build my free edge first, and then we can build upon the nail plate on our second layer. So I'm going to take the builder gel and the brush out of the bottle and have a decent size bead. It doesn't have to be really large, and I'm going to place it on the free edge where my nail meets the form. I'm sorry that I'm out of shot, but you're going to be able to see here exactly where I placed the bulk of the product. So most of the bulk on the product is overlapping from my free edge to the form here to extend out. And I'm using the brush to ensure that I have a nice even layer from sidewall to sidewall so that when I cure it, it's completely covered on both sides. Just remember that the builder gel is a product that does not harden until it is cured in its nail lamp, so you definitely have time to play around and work with it. And if you ever feel like you made a mistake, all you have to do is take a wipe and rubbing alcohol and wipe it right off. Now that this layer is cured and hardened, I'm going to apply another layer on top of it, but this time more so focusing on the nail plate of my nails instead of the free edge, since we already worked on that. So I'm going to get another bead of product out of my bottle and onto my brush, and I'm going to float it onto my nail plate and make sure to evenly apply it all over so that the cuticle is thin, the sidewalls are thin, and the bulk of the product is in the center, because you definitely want to create an aesthetically pleasing profile and an apex. And just know that builder gel can be built up, so if you miss a spot and you notice it after curing, you can just go ahead and do like a spot touch up and apply more builder gel until you're completely satisfied. Personally, I like to take my brush and float it down the center of the nail as my last stroke on my nail plate. This helps the builder gel form an apex, so it creates the largest profile in the center and the middle of the nail. Then I let the builder gel do its job and self-level, so I flip my hand upside down for about 10 to 15 seconds, and that helps the builder gel pool to the center and create the aesthetically pleasing apex. I'm just doing a quick inspection, and I'm going to flip my hand back upside down for a few more seconds to let it pull towards the center just a little bit more before I cure this in my nail lamp for a full minute. When it is done fully curing, I'm going to remove the form by pinching the form together and then taking it off of my finger. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, but we are not done yet because I have to wipe off the tacky layer before I go filing, shaping, and buffing. So I'm using rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe to remove that tacky layer. And when you're at this point, you just file, shape, and buff until you're completely happy with it. When you're done shaping, take another lint-free wipe with rubbing alcohol and cleanse the nail of any dust that might still be on there. And if it's not shiny like it is here, just apply a gel top coat and cure, and you'll be completely done. So that is all for today's tutorial. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to ask in the comment section below. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions, and all products used today will be linked in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!